Welcome back to our Stellaris Roleplay series where we are following the G.E.M. Hyacinth and the Gunderson Research Society, the colony ship that has been lost among the stars for many, many generations. And now we are in the midst of our quest to find out what has happened to humanity. We have already seen that one of the other colony ships has suffered an ill fate in the G.E.M system. The chrysanthemum is destroyed and the colony on Unity is no more. And alongside that, we have yet to encounter any alien species that we can communicate with. However, we have encountered alien species that seem to pose a threat to us. So we are going to have to deal with both of those situations, finding out what happened to the rest of the humans and if there are any left other than us. And we have to prepare ourselves for the possibility of encountering more hostile aliens in a galaxy that is largely unknown to us. So if we go and take a look, you can see that we have explored a decent amount of the galaxy, but there's still much left for us to see here. So we need to continue our explorations and we need to continue our quest. So namely, among those jobs, we do need to get the science ship of Freya Gunderson back on the move so she can continue investigating. We have finished our investigations into the G.E.M system. I do plan to continue our wayline from Vela, Detheris, Churgamore, Sula, Keslam. I want to get to G.E.M because it is an important, essentially it's like a historical system, I guess. I'm not even sure exactly how you put that, but you know, the G.E.M system is an important part of humanity's story. And so I want to get a way line there, but we just don't have resources like that right now. So we're just going to have to hold on to that for a moment. I do want to get our ARC ship to finish surveying this system because we do have this outstanding situation, the ARC ship readiness, which we realized we need to harvest these with the ARC ship itself. So we're going to finish harvesting this system once it's been surveyed. And then beyond that, as somebody pointed out to me, probably researching the ARC ship technology here is maybe not the wisest use right now. We will get back to that at some point, but it's a very expensive technology, and we could probably be better off getting something else, such as perhaps space torpedoes, which will unlock a new ship type, and as well as combat computers here. So I think we're going to want to grab that because we do know that there are hostile aliens out there, and yeah, just being able to defend ourselves from them is going to be pretty important. That is why we need to build up Strike Force Hydra here, and that is something that we're going to do. It's under the command, of course, of Carter Drews, who is very capable. He is a capable commander, and we're going to keep him in that position for now. So everything should be good to go except for the last thing. The G.E.M. Tyrannus here needs a scientist, and we're going to grab Alexander Washington for that. He can get a new trait, Eye for Talent and Spark of Genius. We're going to grab him as that for now, just in case he ends up taking over as a counselor. And we're going to put him on the classic research surveying as well. And that should be good to go. Yeah, we just need to build up some resources. We need to finish surveying, and we need to basically get ourselves into a position where we are
taking fire,
capable of avoiding situations like this, like the fact that our daughter Freya Gunderson is currently, well, evading hostile fleet. Okay, did she survive? It doesn't say she's dead. I assume that means she survived, but like I said, these aliens are absolutely a threat to us. I hope that she did survive. The daughter of Arc Surveyor Bjorn Gunderson here. Yeah, I mean, we got to get this fleet ready, and we're going to have to be prepared to deal with these aliens in a little bit more of a proactive fashion, because we can't let situations like that happen again. Excavation beneath the icy crust of Bistromar 6A has revealed a vast subterranean cavern. Remarkably, this hidden greenhouses is a thriving ecosystem. A lush flora and fauna flourish in isolation, protected by the ice from the planet's surface, otherwise hostile environment. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if my brain's breaking, but that does not read right. The cave maintains a stable microclimate, likely sustained by geothermal vents. Well, we're definitely gonna not abandon the project. We're gonna take the special project here. Void worm enzymes. Void worms mate in groups of 3, a formation known as a troika. These creatures become bound for life in a never-ending mating ritual. However, they require an external biological host to produce offspring. They are parasites. Upon reaching maturity, each void worm develops a clutch of cysts within their reproductive systems. These protective cysts contain highly caustic gametes that, when combined with others in a troika, can be sent to planets with suitable biomass in order to give birth to more of their nymphs. Ugh, terrifying. Their hosts do not survive this process. We've seen evidence that the void worms coordinate their bombardment so as to maintain a suitable amount of viable hosts throughout the galaxy. In any case, we believe that we can harness the power of their reproductive enzymes to our own benefit. We may even develop an immunity to their reproductive efforts, harness their fertility for our own needs, +5 monthly food, or disgusting, find a cure. Well, it is disgusting, but voidworm immunity. Colonies are immune to voidworm bombardment. Damage to voidworms. Well, I don't know if we don't even do colonies. Can they bombard an arc ship? I don't know if they can. Harness their fertility for our own needs. This might actually be more useful for an arc ship. We are scientific. Either of these options makes sense from a scientific standpoint. But when you're on an arc ship, food is gonna be imperative, and thus I think I'm gonna go with harnessing their own fertility. It's a disgusting idea, but... Or focus. Check the Empire focus for a new task? Enact the colony to... Okay. Did we investigate an anomaly? Hire a scientist? Okay. I'm not even exactly sure what all of these mean. Lost colonies taken claim, no longer alone. Wow, this is kind of cool. Oh, okay, we can zoom out. Interesting. Not really sure what to make of that. Somebody let me know in the comments if I'm just bypassing something critically important, but I don't think I am at the moment. All right, so I'm gonna let things roll for a little bit. Hopefully Freya makes it back. Once we select this trait, for Rob Blackburn, kind of options does he have? Mining Rush 2, Spycraft, or Charismatic? Spycraft. He is our fleet ambassador. Mining Rush is good. Spycraft, infiltration speed, operate. Well, we don't really have much Spycraft going on. Charismatic. Let's grab Mining Rush. Kind of keep that one building up for him there. I think that works for now. Okay, so we do have a first contact event pending. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust previously dubbed fetches has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch, but not interfere with it. Special Project Cloud Study. Okay. We will find future first contact processes easier to complete.
Comms initiated.
Okay.
System survey.
So how do we do that? Is that a situation in our situation log? Cloud study is available. Research. We should probably research it. Explore the botanical paradise. Where is that? Bistromar 6A. Oh, interesting. Can we grab a science ship and check that out? Do we have a science ship in the area? We got this one over here. What is this ship doing? Alexander Washington, are you? Yeah, he's researching that. And then we've got one way out here. Okay, well, after you're done with this, actually, no, the Elysium, hopefully the Elysium will be back shortly, and we'll get them over at Bistromar.
Detected.
We have detected an anomaly on Anomalies 3A. I'm going to take a closer look. Anomalies 3A is this little planet here, a barren world. And the anomaly: impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of Anomalies 3A, practically begging for some archaeological work. Well, we'll have somebody deal with that at some point as well. All right, so the survey continues here. Our science ship. Oh, the Elysium is back. All right, well, I did say I wanted to get the Elysium over here in Bistromar. Maybe first let's get them to research anomalies, and then we'll do the research project over here. Let's take a look at this anomaly that we just discovered over here. We have detected the presence of a pre-FDL alien civilization on Nolion 4 in the Nolion system. They currently seem to be experiencing the equivalent of a renaissance, having recently left the medieval age behind them. Scientific knowledge is spreading rapidly, and the armies of their petty kingdoms are equipped with crude gunpowder-based projectile weapons. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Ooh, okay. Interesting. The Wolhub. I hate that we can't view these species because they're not like an actual one that we can have diplomacy with, which is kind of dumb. So we don't really actually know anything about the Wolhub, as far as I can tell. Regardless, we'll need to build an observation ship above them. We'll figure that out at another time. The report on a pre-FTL culture is welcomed by human researchers following previous discoveries related to pre-sentient species. As far as we are aware, the Gunderson Research Society is the first civilization to take to the stars, well, the human civilization, but it is fascinating to learn that some other cultures may only be a few millennia or possibly even centuries behind. That's interesting, actually. The fact that we finally have discovered a civilization that technically is capable of communicating with us if we wanted to interfere in such a way. But they're far less advanced, Renaissance age, so they're several centuries behind us in terms of technology here. And I wonder what that would do for how we think of, you know, the civilizations or the life forms that may be out there in the galaxy, such as the space amoebas, or, you know, even stranger things like the void clouds. This is our first time encountering truly sentient or sapient species, pre-sapient. Yeah, it's an interesting one. New life offers valuable insights. Our domain must be asserted. Embrace the bonds of new life. Well, our emperor is, or Herc Surveyor, I should say, is a xenophile. So we should embrace the bonds of new life, I would think. Yeah, I do wanna build that there. What do we need to do so? Do we do that with our, maybe we need to have a way station in the system? Possibly. We'll have to look into that. We do have a leader with an available trait, Carter Drews, the commander of our defensive fleet. We could grab aggressive with him. This leader is notoriously aggressive, overwhelming the enemy with numerous barrages from their fleet's weapons. Or engineer. Daily hull regen, daily armor regen. Could be good. Ship fire rate and ship weapon damages sounds real good though. I'm gonna go with that. Carter Drew's a bit aggressive. Is aggressive what we need right now? I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but that's the man we've put in charge of this anyways. Resource storage is full. Or full on influence. Okay, what does that mean? Society management? We can't select another one because we need... Oh, influence. Influence is for political clout. Okay, what can we do with that? That's probably going to be in government policies and edict, maybe? No, that's unity. All right, well, we're not going to worry about the influence right now. We'll find a way to spend that shortly, I imagine. But for now, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it as is. All right, we did get a system survey complete. Technology research, doctrine, fleet support. All right, that's useful. But now we need something that's going to be more useful, such as a xenobiological lab. Unlock specialization, socio-ecological observation. That could be good considering that we just discovered a pre-FTL species. So let's go with that one first and foremost here. All right, we're getting some exotic gases and whatnot. Okay, there we go. Finally, we've charted this system. Can you harvest the resources here? And let's hope that we get some of the stuff that we need for our ship to finally be back to full speed here. Our operational reserves are doing amazing, despite the fact that we're burning. So I'm probably doing something wrong if we're doing that good on resources here. We have detected the presence of an alien civilization on Fulaz 2 in the Fulaz system. Ooh, they appear to be in an early space age, as evidenced by the many primitive satellites orbiting their home world. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're right beside a red dwarf. Red dwarf? Yeah, presumably red giant. With a large radius and comparatively low surface temperature, red giants are stars of moderate mass in a late stage of stellar evolution. Their expanded stellar atmospheres and high luminosity make for distant habitable zone orbits. Although this one appears relatively close, a continental world, a large continental world with a species on it, the Dorbolans. Huh. Okay, this one's a little more interesting as well. Very, very interesting indeed. Early space age civilization. What system, whereabouts is the Fulaz system? Okay, a little ways away, but we are starting to encounter life forms out there that possibly could be capable of joining us in the stars, especially this most recent one. Seems like it is. I mean, they are certainly out there among their own star. Question is, will they join us?
Cancellation updated.
The Ute Empire. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient civilization on Ep.3. Our scientists think they inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago, based on the age of the artifacts. The aliens called themselves the Ute and appeared to have been very large and flat arthropod analogs. Okay. Like trilobites. It seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult. Oh. And it was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Ute to travel aboard the same starship. Okay, so they're big. The Ute precursors. Interesting. Okay. Wonder what this means. Council agenda ready to be activated. Launch agenda. Chart the unknown. Yeah, okay, so survey speed has been boosted here. That's great. And anomaly chances increased as well. Arc ship development could be good, but I think I want to expand the council because I like having that extra council spot. So that's what we're gonna grab next. because you get to choose what that council spot is, and I just think that's kind of cool. We're gonna continue harvesting here. I'll probably harvest the Noleon system next. Like I said, I would like to harvest a system that will actually give us what we need for, yeah, like exotic gases or whatever it is. The Hyacinth is we did get exotic gases. Let's check if that has done this on the, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's been harvested. All right, so we just need the rare crystals and volatile motes, to which I will be preheating furnaces. Okay. Not entirely sure what that means. Harvest, okay. Well, we'll let it go. Seems to know what it's doing. Commander Jake Featherston, we'll let him take charge of that. Archaeological site event pending. Upon closer examination, the smashed droids found on the surface of 646788 appear to originate from two distinct cultures. Technologically, the droids must have been evenly matched when they were still functional, but there are many subtle differences that hint at different design origins. Okay, minor artifact found. Resources 50. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll continue the excavation, I guess. And we'll see what happens from there. Amoebas pacified, temporarily refraining from venting certain emissions from our vessel's reactor cores, while in the immediate vicinity of the space amoebas flock, seems to be enough to not arouse their ire. With this new protocol in place, they no longer pose a threat, and we have been able to study them at close range. Oh, these are the ones that we encountered in the Deneb system, Hunter space amoebas. Ah, yeah, the ones that chased off Freya. But now that we have studied them, we might not actually need to defeat them. Research option gains of space amoeba fleets are rendered non-hostile. Okay, that's cool. I like it. You know, my first instinct was like, oh, we need to build up the fleet to go and attack them or defend from them. Turns out science has taken care of that problem, as it often does. All right, that is actually quite cool. All right, well, I don't just want to, spend my entire time looking in that big map. Just want to show you some of these cool galaxies. Well, not galaxies, systems. Strength from small places. Having probed the frozen landscapes of planet Ep.3, we think we have struck something big. Science officer Lazar Zahreddin speaks of a bacterial life form unlike any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light and also act like solar sails. They absorb solar energy with surprising efficiency, most likely a result of evolution favoring those who could gather more heat in the harsh climate. Our researchers back home could surely find some use for this information. Send to our homeworld for study. Results will take a while to process. Try to find it. No. Energy production is going to be more useful for a science-based, well, civilization such as us. By the way, take a look at this. That didn't take long. Our energy development researchers have made progress with the samples we sent them from Ep.3. They have been able to develop a new type of solar cell using the organisms as a template. These are much more efficient at storing energy and will provide a boost to all our power plants. Energy credits from engineer jobs plus 5%. We still have yet to encounter an actual, proper civilization out here, which is surprising. I guess, there literally could be, one right here, or one right here, or one right here, and we just haven't encountered them yet. Just a little surprising for me. Archaeological event. Your archaeologists have stumbled upon an ill-fated previous expedition on 646788 that perished long ago. Several minor artifacts were recovered from their desiccated remains. Okay. What are we gaining from this? What resource is this? Not really entirely sure, but let's continue. Available leader traits. Who is this? Abraham Hunter. Our new scientist, Romer. Carefree. Anomaly research speed is nice. Romer 2 survey speed. No, that's good though. Let's get. He's a roamer. He likes to move. Yeah, where is his ship anyways? Oh yeah, look at this. He is a roamer. Look how far out there this guy's going. Okay, Freya, I thought, did she just, and I think for whatever reason, she was just sticking with the arc ship there. So we're gonna get her actually doing some work here.
Discovered.
New technology discovered. Ah, yes, there we go. These torpedoes are essentially very large, slow-moving missiles. They are equipped with more powerful warheads and shield modulators that let them slip through unmolested through energy
System
screens. So
surveyed.
we can get some new research here. Collection efficiency, long-range mineral scanners. I mean, that could be good. And I think it is good. Collection efficiency, especially for alloys, is going to be very useful to us. So we will go, yeah, we're going to go with that. All right, and since we now have access to frigates, I do want to build at least one. It's ship size 8, so we can afford, technically we could afford, now we can really only afford one. We'd be pushing it a little bit much on 2. But I do want to get one more of those and maybe one more. I don't know if I can afford another Rhynek, but I think we should, just to have the fleet kind of decked out. It's taken a lot of our alloys, but once the fleet is at least capable of defending the arc ship, I'll be feeling a little better about life in general, essentially. So we're gonna get that fleet built up properly there. I also want to rename the Strike Force here. Strike Force Hydra is not the best. I'm gonna call this the Defense Fleet Dark Hope. Another name that comes from one of our channel members, and so Defense Fleet Dark Hope, I think that is it's kind of a badass name for the defense fleet for the ship. And like I said, it is more of a defense fleet than a strike force. So I think that's just a little bit more fitting. The structures on Anomalies 3A are not as old as we first believed. It is a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science Officer Freya Gunderson notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that, from the builder's alien point of view, might have been a cutting-edge sensor array or even gigantic art installation. Regardless, to us humans, it looks mostly like a place where you would take your young and let them amuse themselves. For whatever reason, this picture just makes me think of Mass Effect, and when I think of Mass Effect, I want to play Mass Effect. Probably wouldn't work that well for this channel, but I might just go play it in my own time because I do love myself Mass Effect. Ooh, and another specimen is acquired. Aesthetic Wonders. Galactic Archivism is okay. Requirements. Interesting. Huh. Cool. Okay. Oh, wait, what was that? Discover. That was in Discover. Celebrate diversity. Unity gained. Ooh. Ah, we can use this. Artifact analysis. Search for a specimen worthy of displaying. Museum exhibits. Put the minor artifacts onto public display. This actually must be for orange. Is that? Well, I mean, getting a little bit of unity could be good. Xenophile ethics attraction. Kind of like this, honestly. I'm gonna do that. I mean, that boost of unity is gonna be good to get ourselves. Yeah, look at this. We're gonna be able to get ourselves the next tradition just a little bit sooner. And I do want to start that next tradition. Volatile motes. I think we really need to get that with the arc ship here at some point. Is the arc ship currently doing anything? Harvesting in progress? Yeah, it is. Okay. Are we almost, have we handled this situation? We just need the rare crystals from a frozen world. Ah, yeah, there's a frozen world right here. So hopefully it will get what we need from that, and then we'll be good to go. How far out there are we going? Look at this. Still. I honestly cannot believe we have not encountered another. Okay, guys, you guys understand. There are other civilizations out here. I didn't make us so we were the only ones. But the fact that we have not even bumped into one, like they haven't even come into our like viewing zone yet. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me.
New technology discovered.
That we have yet to bump into one. We have completed the research of xenobiology.
Charted.
Well, we're going to be ready for it when they do. Fleet command limit plus 20. Edict fund. Regenerative hull tissue. Could be good. A genetically altered version of a silicon-based bacteria that could potentially be manipulated to regenerate non-organic materials. Could actually be useful. Eco simulation. Well, this is technically a rare technology, right? I think we want to grab that. Oh, it's so expensive. That's really expensive. I don't know if I want to spend that much before getting like some more basic ones here, honestly. I gotta put it aside for now.
We have encountered another spaceborne.
Well, Lazar, you should probably leave because this does not look good. Oh my god. What even is this? Oh boy. Okay. The Great Wound. Typically formed as a result of the collapse of a very massive star at the end of its life cycle. Black holes have extremely strong gravity fields that prevent anything, including light, from escaping once the event horizon has been crossed. The gravitational waves emitted by black holes interfere with FTL drives, making it harder for ships to escape from combat. Okay, well, that is frankly terrifying to me. All right, our science ship should probably just get the heck out of there. Yeah, let's just get out of there. Okay, so as terrifying as that was, we do need to get a new tradition. I did say I wanted to get adaptability because this will allow us to hopefully, as far as I understand, unlocks Arc ship action settling. To settle is when an Arc ship permanently settles on a world, ending its nomadic voyage. This requires that either the adaptability or versatility tradition tree has been completed. To settle, either select an Arc ship. I'm honestly tempted by this. Is this going to be that useful to us right now? It's not bad. Arc ship hull points. It's not terrible. And I do want the option. I don't see versatility here for whatever reason. Maybe I don't have that DLC unlocked. I thought I had them all, but that's fine. Let's grab that. I think we're going to go with adaptability because I want the option of settling if we so choose. Upon further descent into the cavern, seismic activity abruptly destabilized the structure. A sudden tectonic tremor cascaded through the walls, threatening to trigger an imminent collapse. Faced with the rapidly deteriorating conditions, we initiated immediate evacuation protocols. The secrets within the cave remain unexplorable. What? Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, you should continue going on. We made first contact. We've made first contact with an mysterious aliens in the Moragard system. For now, we have codenamed them mermaids until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we must decipher it if we want to establish communications. Okay, let's grab Wilhelmina von Boyen to do that. The Moragard system. Have we finally encountered one of the other civilizations here? That looks like a science ship to me. Ooh, okay. I don't know what to make of these guys. What have we encountered here? This giving me like, well, it's not a cube, but I don't know, it's giving me Borg feelings. Anyways, presumably if it is a civilization, they're somewhere up in this area, so we'll need to investigate, surely. All right, is the Hyacinth still harvesting? Okay, good. Are we going for, okay, the frozen world? Hopefully we'll grab those rare crystals that we need. The fleet's looking okay. 695 is not that bad for that power. If you combine it here, we could probably fight off, you know, something that attacked us at the very least. There we go. Rare crystals, situation log. We were successful. All right. I wish you could see completed situations. I don't think you can. Precursors, the Ute. Ute artifacts recovered. Okay, well, I guess we need to continue looking for them. All right, let's see if we can, what we can learn from these aliens here. The Moragard mermaids. Spark of Genius, engineer Romer. This is for Alexander Washington, another scientist. Spark of Genius too. Let's grab Romer. Romer's pretty good for the scientists. All right, they're clearly investigating over here as well, so we'll let them do that. We can't stop them, obviously. Ooh, we found another gateway in Themisto. The volatile motes. All right, Archimel. Continue its harvesting. And I mean, we're looking pretty good on resources. Can we build another way station? The question is, for a way line, do we need to have them in every system? My guess is maybe. Let's build a way station here. I mean, it's almost certainly possible that we do not. But regardless, we're gonna build the next one there. Not the best system for it, so be it. Like I said, still learning how to play these nomads. Oh, more mermaids. What do we have here? Yeah, okay. They've got a couple science ships out and about. Okay. Are we going to encounter their systems? The void clouds are, as far as human researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared, the tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. Well, they will not stand in our way. Humbling. It's probably more humbling than anything. Research? Yeah, all right. Wow. Okay, we are really starting to make up for the lack of previous civilization exploration there. Oh, they're exploring this system here. I wonder if they're gonna get in trouble with the creatures over there. We'll see. Okay. Can we... Oh, look at all this. Search over here. That is quite a lot of
Scan complete.
all the well, I mean it's heavily on the engineering. The physics good over there too. That is not bad. What? 646788 does not simply seem to have been a dumping ground for broken droids. It may have served layers of debris centuries. Exactly why two interstellar powers would commit such vast resources towards waging a massive ground war on a small and unremarkable asteroid remains an unanswered question. Okay, well, let's continue researching that. What do we have here? Toxic terraforming candidate discovered. Ah, toxic world. Very cool. Interesting. I do love encountering all sorts of... I mean, this thing is just absolutely insane. I don't know if I've seen this one before, actually. very cool. But yeah, there's so many interesting things to just come across in this game. We gotta get you back to work, Lazar. And let's just keep rolling until we get a little bit more information on those mermaids, as we like to call them. Oh, first contact event pending. Although we have been unable to discover much more about the mysterious vessel in the Morrigard system, the most current convincing hypothesis, based upon its behavior and patterns of the still undecipherable signals we have been intercepted from it, is that it belongs to a previously unknown spacefaring civilization. We are redoubling our efforts to translate their language so that communications can be established. Is this the mermaids? It is the mermaids. Okay. A previous unknown. All right. Yeah, obviously they're spacefaring. We're encountering their ships. But what exactly does that mean?
Discovered.
Food processing, trade hub. I mean, this is still useful. Food is going to be useful. Gene clinics. Unlocks way station module, trade hub. We're not at a point where we can do trading with anybody anyways. And we're just about to finish the long-range mineral scanners as we listen to this bump and beat. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the video, but it is absolutely
Technology discovered.
bumping. Let's see. Ceramo metal materials could be useful. Upgrade our ships, potentially. Coil guns could be useful as well. Wouldn't mind getting some better armor on our ships.
System surveyed.
So we'll roll along with that. Our ship should be handling most of what they need to. Let's go over here into this system. Let's build another way station. Actually, you know what? Let's test this. Move here. So cancel your way station building. Build the way station in Guartan. No. Move here. Build the way station here. Let's see if it continues the way station between these, or if we're gonna need to build one in Suia, which I'm assuming we're going to, but for now, we need to test the hypothesis. We want to understand. So these little aliens are over here. Keep in mind that this system would be absolutely massive. They probably know we're here. They're probably doing the exact same thing that we are doing, trying to break our communications and get a sense of what in the world we are. But we'll see. I think our scientists are going to be a little bit more capable at that job.
Technology discovered.
They're kind of cute, if you think about it in that way. All right, survey speed has increased. Ooh, research speed. I mean, I do love research speed. It's just being... This is the game that you want to just be... You want to be on top of the pile when it comes to research. So that is what we're going to be putting our main focus on at the very least. Visible planet. Further analysis of Phemisto found that all planetary orbits in this system exhibit similar irregularities. After triangulating the gravitational forces implied by these unusual movements, we have discovered their cause, a previously unseen planet, now known as Phemisto 14. This world possesses a unique surface of carbon black particles which reflect no light or radio waves, making it virtually invisible to long-range scanners. Cool. These naturally occurring polymers have remarkably absorbent properties. They will be harvested and studied for their potential uses as a stealth material. Basic cloaking fields. A modified particle field allows our vessels to effectively hide in open space. However, this comes at the cost of destabilizing other forms of energy shielding, which would otherwise protect the ship. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Kifitar system. For now, we have codenamed them Others until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we must decipher it in order to establish communications. Another aliens. So, you know, we spend decades with no sign of alien civilization at all, and now suddenly, where is the Kifitar system? Ooh, very cool looking system. And now suddenly we discover the others. All right, well, let's look into those as well. Yeah, suddenly there's just a plethora of other civilizations. Well, let's keep looking into this. Aha, here we go. The mermaids appear eager to establish communications with us, having sent a large audio and visual transmission that appears to offer the key to translating their language. Experts are confident that we will be able to use this to learn to communicate with them soon. Of course, we will have to trust them that their offered translations are not misleading, and that we will be able to reliably interpret information presented from a vastly different experiential context. These aliens appear eager to open peaceful communications with us. Okay,
System
we're at
charted.
stage 4 of this here.
System scan complete.
Another first contact event pending. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Nolion system. For now, we have named them Jabberwocks until we can find out more about them. Okay, yeah, I really wasn't kidding when I said that we were truly on the cusp of encountering a vast amount of species out here in the galaxy. It's still interesting that they're so far away from where we began. But ooh, is this an Ark ship? Oh. Wow. Okay. Huh. That is an Ark ship. Wow. That's the mermaids? Well, that's... I don't know what to say. They have Ark ship technology, and I think that we're gonna need to learn what they can teach us, hopefully, if they are willing. But that will all be in the next episode. Until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, leave a comment on, I don't know, what you think the next step is here. We've clearly encountered some powerful alien civilizations. I mean, we've encountered some very deep mysteries of the universe, and I suspect that there's more yet to come, but that will all take place in a future episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.